Now, the other part of whether or not a financial advisor is doing well by you is, I think, your outlook, your confidence level, and your emotional well-being as well.
Correct.
Because when we were just talking about a client today who's like, he was all right when he came to us, but he's really all right now. I don't know
That's one way to put it.
That's one way to put it. But he feels a lot more confident. I'm sure there's some areas of the finance where he's not stressed about, and that's important because the stress level that you have, that certainly has a negative impact on decision making. Okay. So a financial advisor should also be someone that you can depend upon to help you keep things in perspective. Never get too high, never get too low. Make sure that you are calm and you're making rational, logical financial decisions. And I think that's another area of whether or not an advisor is doing well by you, I would think. Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, if you're using an advisor, you should be not just reviewing investment accounts a couple times a year. You should be bouncing any of these big financial decisions off of them.
Yeah.
Or her.
Yeah. I mean, we get questions all the time. I get questions all the time.
Every day. I get texts, I get random calls. Sometimes they're huge things. Hey, I'm going to buy this building for $4 million. Can I afford it? And sometimes, I've had clients call me and say, hey, I'm at a car lot right now and I'm looking at buying this used car for $15,000 and the interest rate's 7%. Do you think this is fair? So, it runs the whole gamut.
It really does.
But you should be utilizing your advisor for all that direction, not just what's my rate of return.
Yeah, absolutely. That to me is like, that's the whole purpose of having an advisor. Yeah, which is, again, but it boggles my mind why you guys accept a service model where you're talking to your guy once a year or twice a year when it comes to your finances.
I think it's because, unfortunately, the industry as a whole, excluding a small percentage of us, have set that as the expectation.
It is, and I get it, because if I'm a financial advisor and I'm just getting paid a percentage of that person's portfolio, and it ain't big enough,
Yeah. There's no incentive to help that person.
If it's $100,000 and I'm making, what's that, $1,000?
Yeah, before any splits,
Do you think I'm going to spend an inordinate amount of time on you?
No.
I'm not going to spend every waking moment on you because of that. Not a chance.
Nope.
Okay. So there has to be fair exchange, and this is why kind of the model sucks for most people, and that's why most advisors aren't talking to the majority of people. They're only talking with people that have over $500,000 in assets.
Yep.
Okay. So, which is why I think our model is so cool, because, we have it set up where, hey man, you're going to pay for advice, and you're going to get our advice every flipping month.
Yep. You're paying for advice, you're paying for planning, and you're going to get those regular calls every, 4, 5, 6 weeks to stay on top of things.
Absolutely. Okay.